Welcome. We're going to do another offering of bench wisdom bingo again today. We did this last week and had a lot of fun, got a lot of feedback, so we're going to continue doing this. What it is I've got a bingo cage. It's got 75 balls in it with 75 numbers, 1 to 75. Each number represents a question that I have here. Random questions. They're broken down into 5 different categories. B is for bench skills, I is for industry and business, N, nature of growth, G for greater meaning, and O for just other teachings. So we're gonna just randomly, and each one has 15 different questions, just random questions. I had somebody ask last week, hey, can we send you questions? If you feel like it, yeah, send me a question, I'll throw it in there somewhere. So that'll be nice. You'll have a 1 in 75 chance of getting your question answered. So sorry, my voice is a little bit off. I've got a little bit of a springtime cold, but that's all right. So here we go. We're going to rack this thing up. I'm going to just kind of randomly spin this a few times. Well, one came out. We're going to throw that one back in there. It's not ready yet. Another one came out. Okay, maybe I'll go a little slower. These are coming out. Okay, now we're ready. They're all mixed up. Throw these in there. Okay, here we go. Ready? We're coming in. And there it is. The number is G46. So, we'll open up our page to G46. Let me see here. It would be, why do handmade objects matter? There's a good question. Why do handmade objects matter? You know, we do a lot of handmade stuff here. We've got a line of production jewelry, but we also do a lot of handmade custom stuff. And I think especially in like today's world, where handmade stuff just has a lot more, it resonates with people a little bit more. You know, most people don't know, but most jewelry is made in these large overseas factories, and they really have no meaning to the makers other than just pumping out jewelry. The gold, if you look at a lot of the stuff you would look at a jewelry store, the gold is as lightweight as possible, and we see a lot of that stuff come in with repairs all the time as somebody buys a new ring and it doesn't last a year before prongs start wearing down, stones start falling out, rings start getting bent. Even on like chains and necklaces nowadays, most of them are all made with hollow stuff that we can't even repair. It's so thin that you hit it with a laser to try and repair it, or a torch, and it just disintegrates. So they use the gold just to move jewelry. And like on the diamond rings and stuff, the gold is just a carrier so that they can move diamonds. So it doesn't matter if it's going to last very long. It's not made to last. It's made to move diamonds. Handmade jewelry is a lot different than that. There's time that goes into it, and the people who make the jewelry are actually putting some of themselves into that. Most handmade jewelry is custom jewelry for the customer, or handmade jewelry that the maker is passionate about. And there's a deeper meaning to that rather than just selling jewelry to move jewelry and to make money. So if you look at, like, Etsy is a big, when Etsy started out, it was primarily for the handmade artist. Now it's gotten into all kinds of different areas, but there was a community there where the people would know each other, and they would encourage and support one another, because they know how tough it is to make a living making handmade jewelry. You don't have a big budget for sales and marketing. You usually word of mouth or Instagram or Facebook is your only means of getting the word out and getting your stuff out there. So it's a lot more personal. And so when you get a piece of handmade jewelry, you look at it, and sure, it might have a few extra little scratches. Maybe the polish isn't completely perfect. Maybe it's got a little bit of a solder line or something like that. Maybe a tool mark. But that just adds to the character of it being handmade. It doesn't need to be like McDonald's hamburgers, where if you go to a McDonald's anywhere in the country and you order a hamburger, it's going to be the same hamburger, because it's all put out by a system and machines. Where if you go to get handmade jewelry, every one is different. Every one is catered from the maker, again, expressing a little piece of themselves, and it just adds, to me, it adds a lot more value, just because it comes from a deeper place. Usually handmade jewelry, people aren't just pumping out jewelry and making it as fast as they can, but they're going out and they're finding stones themselves, either through stone dealers or they're going to gem shows and things like that, and they're looking through a bunch of stones to see which one speaks to them, and they'll say, okay, this is the one that I want, and then they'll set that aside and they'll design around that stone, rather than again going and buying 1,000 stones and just putting them into pieces. So there's a lot more, a piece of the artist that goes into each one. And when the customer comes in and wants a piece of handmade jewelry custom for themselves, then they sit down with the customer and they find out a little bit about them, what their likes and dislikes are, what they want their jewelry to represent, and then they cater that to the customer, rather than the customer just going out and looking through a bunch of jewelry to see one that speaks to themselves. They can actually make one, have one made that is personal and one of a kind. So to me, that's a handmade jewelry is sure, it's maybe sometimes it's a little more expensive, but that's because there's more time put into it, and each piece is handcrafted. So there's more time, and it just has a lot more meaning to me. So there's my answer right off the cuff. A lot of these questions I've never even read before. So when I read them for the first time, it's like, oh, how am I going to answer that? So there you go. Bench Wisdom Bingo. We're going to try and do this every week. So if you like it, leave me a comment. If you don't, keep scrolling. Thanks a lot. Take care. We'll see you next time. This is Doug with the JewelryMonk Studio.